What's going on, Dub Nation? You're watching Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Tyler Smith, and the Warriors finally got some good news. After doom and gloom for the past 2 games, losing 3 out of your last 5, and losing Steph Curry for a couple of those due to injury, the Warriors finally got a win against the New Orleans Pelicans, a very much injured New Orleans Pelicans that they hung around with for way too long. But I'm saying they finally get some good news, not because of the result of this game, but because of what we saw from some players on this Warriors roster, things that we haven't necessarily seen over the last few games that kind of give me a little bit of hope and a little bit of rejuvenation that Golden State's going to come out and be the team that we all think that they can be in a Western Conference playoff race. But before we get into all that about today's game, if you want the Warriors to avoid the play-in because they are still in the 7th seed right now, go down below and hit that thumbs up icon. Like today's video. Let's try to get the most likes that we have all March long. The month is almost over. Let's set a record here at Warriors Today. Hit that thumbs up icon if you want Golden State to avoid the play-in tournament. Now, let's get into the ball game here and what exactly happened in the Smoothie King Arena. Because Golden State, for a long time in this game, really wasn't ready to play, like, at all. And they kind of got smacked in the mouth again, like they have early on in the first quarter. They fell down, I believe, 10 or 12 in that first quarter, and they had been down, close to double digits for a large portion of this game, and then finally got things going toward the end of the first half, cleaned up the turnovers, cleaned over the sloppiness, and started hitting some shots, and they ended up running away with this game in the fourth quarter. Overall, the statistics, they're close. Both teams shot horrifically tonight. Golden State can still not hit water if they were in a boat from three-point range. Under 25% again in back-to-back games. Their three-point shooting has fallen off a cliff, but I hope I guess all I got to do is hope that these open shots go in. They're generating decent shots. All you guys got to do now is kind of just hit them when the opportunities are given to you. And a big way that can happen, a big way that you can get more open shots is if this guy is healthy. Steph, it's also great news that he left this game with no more aggravations of injuries. He looked fine all night, and the Warriors' offense was looking better, especially down the stretch, because of him and the gravity that he generates on the offensive end. He didn't have the best overall shooting night tonight, 5 of 16 from long range, but honestly, if you pull that against the rest of the Warriors, he was honestly a little bit above average. Was really finding open teammates a lot, and that was kind of how he approached the beginning of the game. Ended up having 10, 13 points there in that second quarter. Started lighting it up a little bit. But Steph, overall, there's not much to say about him. Just really, really glad that he came back in this game, looked healthy, and didn't re-aggravate that pelvic bruise that he suffered last week. The players that I kind of want to talk about a little more. Jonathan Kuminga, who had a really, really good first half, to be quite honest. And you see the 7 rebounds on there. That's over double what he's been averaging ever since he has come back to Golden State since returning from the injury. Kuminga, we know, over his career so far, has not been the hungriest overall rebounder. But that has been an element of his game that he's improved upon over the first couple months of the season. Ever since he returned, he's been hesitant to really be attacking the offensive glass, even the defensive glass as well, and generating more possessions for Golden State. He did that tonight, and Golden State got a lot of second chance opportunities because of it. The way that Kuminga can be most effective is not as a pound the rock, dribble in the mid-range, pull up for a jumper type of player. It's getting downhill when you see a mismatch. It's being available in that dunker spot. It's fighting and battling for extra possessions through effort because you're already so gifted athletically. So Kuminga was awesome tonight, and I hope to see him play this role more. Maybe this thing's finally stuck for him, and he can be the most effective version of himself down the stretch of this season. Another player who's active on the glass, Jimmy Butler, was awesome tonight, and yeah, not exactly going to light it up from three-point range. I'm not exactly sure why he took 4 in the first half of this game, but at the end of the day, he affected the winning this basketball game. He had some super active hands in passing lanes like he always does. Turning defense into offense is kind of how he generates points on the other end. So as a jump shooter, yeah, Jimmy's still bad, but he's making the winning plays that Golden State needs out of him, and that's all you can ask for at this point until we can really need him to turn up in the scoring department once the playoffs roll around. Draymond fouled out of this game. Kind of interesting there. You don't see too many foul outs anymore, but he was battling all night long, and he was further making his case for Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Draymond games are Draymond games. They're going to get something like this or a little bit better statistically every single night. and I'll take it. Just didn't hit that 1-3 that he usually hits on a nightly basis. We'll talk about more players that really impacted this game because I think there were a ton in just a moment. But first, I got to give a major shout out to today's sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports platform because it's daily fantasy made easy. Here's how it works. All you guys got to do is pick a sport, pick multiple sports if you want, and pick a lineup of 2 to 6 player stat projections. Just pick more or less on those stat projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money on Prize Picks. It's so much fun. I've been a customer of Prize Picks longer than they've even been a sponsor here at Chat Sports because they always try to hook you guys up with incredible deals. Like a free $50 in your account when you sign up using our promo code CLNS, like at the bottom right of your screen right there, and place your first $5 entry. Here's an example of an entry that I got on Prize Picks. I had Tyrese Proctor against Arizona have more than 14.5 points. He's been lighting up the NCAA tournament. He didn't, but this is a flex play, so we could still win on Prize Picks. I had Trevon Brazile to have more than 8 points against Texas Tech. He did hit that, and then we're still waiting on Braden Smith to have more than 3.5 turnovers against Houston. You can tell my picks. You can fade my picks. Make sure you go and do it at Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the promo code CLNS for $50 instantly when you place your first $5 entry. You don't even need to win to receive the $50. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. All that information will be clickable down in the comment section and description of today's video. QP, 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 QP. QP for 3. Again, the good news that Golden State got today is not about the result of beating a lowly New Orleans Pelicans team littered with G Leaguers and players I've never heard of. It's the individual performances that we saw. And it's also the way that they did win this game because it was neck and neck for the first 36 minutes. And then the fourth quarter, Golden State really took over. And a lot of that was thanks to QP and his hot shooting and his ability and confidence to take that outside shot and nail it. 3 for 9 tonight. You know what? I love when Quinten Post is going to get me more over 7 threes attempted in a game. Because he's one of the best full floor spacers on this team, albeit a rookie. Still struggles on the defensive end, but he was battling on the glass tonight. It really felt like the entire Golden State front court really wanted to battle on the glass tonight, both on the offensive and defensive end. Because the shots weren't going in, they needed to get more opportunities and more darts to throw at the board, and Quinten Post was very much a part of that. Quick trigger on the outside. He's setting screens well. He's got to improve that defensive game, but listen, he's only a rookie, and for a Golden State team that's pretty solid on the defensive end for the most part, they need all the bucket getters they can get. QP is absolutely getting it done. Buddy Hield had an awesome game today. Absolutely baptized the rim on a putback slam. That was insane. Shout out Moses Moody, who also baptized Yves Missi in the first couple of possessions of this game. That really kind of sparked the Warriors, getting their offense going because they couldn't score for the first 3 to 4 minutes. But Buddy Hield, he was solid. Hit the dagger in this game as well. 2 for 6 from 3. It feels like everybody on Golden State was 33% from distance tonight, hitting about a third of their triples. But Hield was good. Hield was good, and I'll take this performance pretty much every time. If he's going to shoot 50%, he had a nice steal, and he went coast to coast for a layup and one. Had a 4-point play. Hield was awesome tonight, and I like performances like this out of him. Kevon Looney. Thinking about more of this fourth quarter right now. Looney was sensational on the glass. I think he had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter alone, and that's how he's effective. There's certain things that players can and can't do for the Golden State Warriors. They have a lot of real role players, and Looney is certainly one of them. Set a good screen, go get a rebound, defend at the rim if you can. That's kind of how he goes about things. And another guy like Guy Santos, who plays his role super well. Didn't shoot the ball insanely great tonight, but you know what? He was being a connector. He was making those effort plays. He was tapping out offensive rebound opportunities to Golden State. He was making the right passes, the right extra passes. He was great, and I liked what I saw out of him. Didn't really get much out of Pods. I guess 10 points, 6 rebounds. He was kind of the initiator tonight, but 4 for 11 from the field, 1 for 7 from 3. That 3 ball was not falling tonight for basically anybody on Golden State, including my guy Moses Moody, which I don't know why they keep having the Jimmy Butler photo next to him. I don't get that. But he had 7 points, a board, and a rebound. Just not getting all that effective from on the outside range on the offensive end, but he is able to be a stick of a defender on some of these guards for opposing defenses or for opposing offenses. He's going to get in tasked with doing that. Go stick Moses Moody on the team's #1 guard, and he'll be able to guard him one-on-one. And if he gets beat, he'll be able to shade him to help defense, and they'll limit that guy from scoring. I like what I've seen from Moody recently, man. And I look forward to seeing him get the shot back in order because he's going to need to if Golden State really, really wants to reach their ceiling. Not only in the postseason, when the series come around, but actually getting to the postseason. What seed will the Warriors be in the West playoffs? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. Make sure you are subscribed as well. Go down below, do a couple things for me. Subscribe to the channel, and go tell me in the comment section what seed you think the Golden State Warriors will be in the West playoffs. Only 9 games left to go. They don't control their destiny. They got to stack these wins in a tough schedule ahead. What seed will Golden State be? We'll be live for all these games as well, so make sure you are subscribed. Lock us in as the #1 spot for Warriors content on YouTube. We'll see you guys all in the next one. And as always, let's go Dubs.